Warning: do not listen to this recording while operating a moving vehicle or while needing full conscious alertness. This recording is for adults 18 years and older. So we'll go ahead and start today by sending you some distance Reiki. Reiki is a form of energy healing, and we want to help you open your energetic channels so you'll be open to receiving the messages today from your angels. So go ahead now and take in a deep, deep breath and slowly let it go. Let go of everything that's preventing you from relaxing and feeling wonderfully good. Let go. Let go of everything that's preventing you from living on earth as it is in heaven. And as you relax, I will continue to send this Reiki throughout the rest of our angel readings today. Okay, so Libra, welcome. And our Libra friends that are listening to this, friends of Libras. Libra, their pursuit in life and what makes them feel good is to be in balance and to search and live for justice and balance those. So key. And if you don't know much about diamonds, it's a perfect tool for you to learn about yourself and how you can have that balance that you seek. And so what a diamond is like, or how it has its brilliance, is a diamond is cut in certain dimensions, in their precise mathematical dimensions. And what happens is, the way it's supposed to work is the light comes in the top of the diamond, the top facet, and it swirls around all the other facets inside the bottom of the diamond, and then the light comes back out the top, and it makes it brilliant. And so those facets are just like us. We have all these dimensions to our lives. We have our skills, our values, we have our relationships, and all these different things that make us who we are. And what happens is, if we focus too much or we're out of balance, we become too concentrated on one facet, and the light escapes out that facet. So if that diamond is not correct or cut properly, the light will not come out the top. It goes out the bottom or the side. All right. So the Libra, who's always searching to live in balance, which we all need to learn from. We all need to be Libra. We really, really need this. Hopefully we can use this as an example. It's like, yes, that's what I want. I want that beauty. I want that brilliance. I want to live in balance. I want to let my light radiate and shine out so that everyone can enjoy this way of seeing life like I do as a Libra. Okay, so what we're going to do today is have a reading, and it's for July of 2020. We will take a look at, what's been going on recently, and we're building a foundation for you. We're asking the angels for insight into some clues for you of what you can pay attention to, so that you can heal those things within you that are preventing you from being on earth as it is in heaven, or living on earth as it is in heaven. I like to say being, because it's not about what we do. Being in heaven is not doing. You don't do in heaven, you be in heaven. Okay? And so now we have free will, and we can do what we want. And that's a great gift that we have. So, it's not really about the doing, because we're constantly doing, but it's the being that we're having the problem with. We're not being who we're meant to be. And what are we meant to be? Well, really only you can answer that. And in my coaching with my clients, I have tools that can help you identify that. So where are you out of balance? So we'd use the life balance wheel to look at the different aspects of your life. So your finances, your health, your spirituality, your friendships, your relationships, etc. And that is, you can download that on Google and, do that on yourself. But it's good to share that with someone, and that helps identify the areas in your life where you're out of balance, where you need to focus more on that and less on another area. Okay, so that's one tool. Another tool is mind mapping. I love mind mapping, and we can look at those same facets and then mind map and say, okay, this is one thing, and I'm being called to this. Like, I'm interested in this. My angels or my inspiration saying that this is something I need to focus on. And then once you can map out these things that you're working on, then it gives you a clear idea. It helps you to set goals and to, in order to manifest something, in order for something to become real in your life, there's a process to receiving that. So I said this many times, is God wants to give you a gift. What is the gift you want to receive? And there's a process to receiving. So if you want to go to Europe, there's a process to going to Europe. You have to have a passport. You have to have a passport photo, a passport application, right? Without it, you're not going to go to Europe. So through mind mapping, I love the tool, you can identify these things. It's very concrete stuff. And we have lots of other tools to discover. So what we're doing is we're identifying your inner core. What are your core values? So if you value honesty, but you're living a life other than honesty, well, where are you being dishonest? And we can look at those dishonest actions and things that you're doing and transform them into an honest act. To stop doing those and to start being honest. If you value being generous, okay, are you being generous? Or what ways are you not being generous? And we can look at those and say, no, I can't do that anymore because that's being greedy. Where am I greedy in my life? And then we start living in a generous mode. So as we identify these things that we value, honesty, integrity, loyalty, balance, love, on and on and on and on, we're creating a catalog of sorts which allows us to attract. So love attracts love. If you're a loving person, people are going to love you back. If you're a jerk, no one wants to be around you. You get it? So if you value love, what's the problem? Why aren't you having love? Because maybe you're not very loving. All right, so we have tools for that. This is all part of coaching, and if you're interested in that, you can contact me at paul@meetyourangels.com, and we can work together to help identify these things. So it makes it easier for you to not only know who you are, but what you want and where you want to go. Now, the whole point of all my healing work is to get us all to be able to live on earth as it is in heaven. If you're waiting to die to get to heaven, it's too late. Like, this is the playing ground. This is where we learn how to be in heaven. It's not like all of a sudden, boom, you're in heaven and now you can be perfect. No, here we're being made perfect. It's a process to be made perfect. And it's a choice. We either have that in the forefront, so like they have the carrot dangling in front of the horse to make him go faster. I think that I saw in a cartoon or something. I don't know if that's a real thing or not. But if the carrot's always there, the horse is going after the carrot. Well, the carrot is heaven, but I'm telling you, like, you don't have to keep chasing something that's impossible. You'll never get there, because heaven's not over there, out there, somewhere else. Heaven's right here, right now. And in heaven, there is no time. There is no past, and there is no future. There is only now. And it's the humans that are dissatisfied. The humans that don't have their eyes open, that heaven is right now, that have created this concept of time. Well, I used to do this, and I used to be that, and this happened to me, and, it's all this stuff in the past, or I want to do this, I want to do that, and they're missing right now, where it's like, I am happy. I am loving. I am peaceful. I am living in harmony and balance. As if it doesn't exist. You know, like if I'm always back there thinking about the past, well, I'm missing something here. I'm lacking here. If I'm thinking about the future constantly, I'm definitely lacking here. And you're never giving yourself the opportunity to actually achieve anything right here, right now. And it's not about doing, because we do things all the time. We've got that down pat. But it's our state of being to be happy. You see, and I want to mention something else. I believe that, so love, I hope everyone believes in love and wants love. Love is not only a verb, so to love someone, but it's also a state of being, to be in love. It is a presence. It is an ever-present state of being. It's love. And when you're present to love, it's not back there and it's not up there. It's right here, right now. Okay, so if you're waiting for love, don't wait any longer. You have to be love. That's it. How do you get love? You be love. You don't do love. I mean, you can show loving actions, but it's not for the sake of doing something. It comes forth from your being love. Because you love, you do these things. Because you love, you are generous. Because you love, you work for justice. Because you love, because you love, because you love. You are love, and that's what heaven's all about. Okay, so we're going to get the cards, and we're going to ask the angels for some insight for Libra in July of 2020. What is going on? Anything new and exciting for Libra in July of 2020? What does Libra need to concentrate on? What does Libra need to heal in July of 2020 so that the Libra can truly be on earth as it is in heaven? So that the Libra can be love. So that the Libra can have that balance and the justice that they've worked for so long and sought. But they've always fallen short because they thought that it's somewhere out there, over there, or somewhere else. Be balance. Be justice. Be love. Okay? So let's see what these cards say today. Okay. So there are times where you feel like you're on this journey all alone. Like, am I the only one that cares? Am I the only one that sees the injustice? Am I the only one that wants balance? Am I the only one that wants peace? Well, when you think that way, it will be that way. Because you're separating yourself from the total reality, which is we are all connected. Okay. So if you're saying, you know, there's a lack. Yes, there's a lack within you. Okay, so you start with the love. You start with the balance. You start with the justice. You start with equality. All right? And you be that. And then when you live in that, and you're truly living in heaven, and it's not a doing, it's a state of being, then as you encounter everyone else, you're going to be so illuminated, so attractive. You're going to be like, who is that guy? Who's that? Boy, she's got what I want. And you're being able to speak in a way that people will hear you, and you will influence them, and they're going to want to know more. And here's a story, and So when I was a kid, there was a wonderful show that I liked. It was called Kung Fu. Remember Kwai Chang Caine? And he was walking along the river one day, and he's just enjoying. He's walking on earth as it is in heaven. He's enjoying heaven, walking along the river. And he looks up and he sees a guy on a bridge. And the guy's going to jump off and kill himself. He sees the guy sees him, and he keeps on walking. And the guy says, "Hey, what are you doing? You're not going to stop me? Why aren't you stopping me from killing myself?" And Kwai Chang Caine says, "Well, perhaps you see something on the other side that I do not." And he kept on walking. And the guy's like, "What? What?" And so he gets down and he starts to follow him. Kwai Chang Caine got the guy to stop killing himself. He came down from the bridge without saying a word, without forcing him to do anything. It was through his peace, his calmness, his allowing people to be who they are, that brought about transformation. When we force people to be like us, it's the recipe for disaster. We can't all be the same. Not everyone can be a barber. We need someone to be a doctor. We need someone else to be a farmer. If we were all the same, everyone would know the punchline to the jokes, right? Okay. So in the story of Kwai Chang Caine, he's like, well, I have my beliefs. I believe they're true. I believe that life, he's not saying this, but he knows this for himself. And I believe that life is for living. Now, if you don't believe that, and you don't see that, that's okay. I'm not going to force you to see it the way I see it. But what happened was this other person saw how attractive, it's like how calm he was. And through his example and the illumination of Kwai Chang Caine, that the guy got down and followed him. And this is exactly what can and will happen to you, dear Libra. When you step into your power, when you step into justice, and you step into balance, and you step into love, into peace, into harmony, when you be all of that, when you be on earth as it is in heaven, then people will begin to follow you. And you don't need to work for justice, because justice will be. All right, so let's get some more cards for you. So, we got one more card. All right, so as the Libra knows, it's like, how do you live in balance? You've got to have to kind of juggle things. So if you're working on this and it gets too heavy, well then, you have to constantly juggle this. But somewhere in the middle, you can have balance. So like that diamond, when we're focused too much on one thing, it's too hard. But when we can let go and be like, what they say, a reed, a plant in the wind. If you're too strict, eventually it will snap off at the base. But if you're able to flow with the wind, you will never have any problem. Okay, so be flexible. Be sober. All right, so if you're doing anything to an extreme, like alcohol or drugs, what makes you think that you're ever going to have balance? If you're doing anything to extreme, how can you have balance? Doesn't make sense. Okay, so that's something you need to examine. Where in my life Am I doing things to an extreme? And when we do that, so in religion or spirituality, we have this concept of sin. And sin is when we go against what we know to be true. So where in your life are you sinning? And it's not because the church told you this. It's where you know deep down, like, I should not be doing this. What are those things that are taking your life away? What things are you doing that are going against your authentic self? And why are you doing those? Sometimes people influence us to do them, or we feel like, well, if I do it, no one will find out. Yeah, that's real just, isn't it? It's not what you do when people are looking. It's what you do when no one's looking. That's what counts. So the challenge is to always be who you're meant to be, to always live in love, to always live in balance, to always work for justice and to be justice and to be harmony. It's not something like, not to say anything bad about the other readers on YouTube. They're all great, and they speak to you in a different ways. But a lot of I'm a very different reader, aren't I? The other ones will say, oh, well, Mercury this, and, they're making excuses for you why you're all screwed up. Oh, that's why you're a screw up. And they're not really offering any solutions other than, well, you just wait till Mercury's out of retrograde. Oh, yeah, that'll solve it. You don't ever have to do anything but wait until the stars are different. Come on. Is that really what you believe? That the stars are going to solve your problems? If that's the case, you show me one sign where they never have to do anything and everything comes out perfectly. Every single sign has something to work on. Why? Because we all have free will. We all choose what we're doing, and inherent to what we do is the result. Okay, so, I have a degree in theology and in scripture, and the concept of sin is not that God is punishing you for sin, but inherent to the sin, inherent to the action that goes against what you know to be true and right, is the punishment. So if you're going to drink to excess and get drunk, well, God's not punishing you. You're punishing you, because the next day you're going to have a hangover. You might not even be able to get up to go to work. And if you do it long enough, you might have to keep drinking and drinking and drinking more and more and more, so you don't get the DTs, right? Is that God's fault? So I remember when my grandfather was very sick. He was sick for many years with diabetes, and he had a very long and tortured death. It was like a very painful death from the diabetic complications. And I remember my grandmother saying, "Who says God is all merciful?" And I said, "God? Why are you bringing God into this?" My grandfather was a diabetic, and he knew it, but he was a junk food junkie. He didn't exercise. He drank beer and, did everything he wasn't supposed to do. And we blame God? It's God's fault? If we know something to be true, we know the diabetics should not be eating junk food. Is that God's fault that we choose to eat the junk food? No. No. All right? We have to step up to the plate and be honest about the things that where we're going against what we know to be true. Like we sin. Like, I know I need to exercise more. Okay, there's just no doubt. My food is good. That's finally under control. But, the next thing that I need to work on is moving my body more. Okay, so that's natural. So, but you can only be held accountable for it when you're aware of it. So the next time I get an inspiration that says, "Paul, maybe you should go for a walk." Okay, if I don't go for a walk, then I'm the one responsible. I'm not going to blame God for not going on the walk. But if I get the inspiration, Paul, you should go for a walk. I'm like, yeah, but I'll just stay. Maybe God won't see. I'll sit here and watch some more YouTube. See, we're going to blame God for that? No. Justice will be served when we have to be just. We have to be peace. We have to be love and live in balance. Okay, do you get it? That's how it works. So, Libra, if you want to continue to be inspired, watch my videos every day to get a little dose of reality, which is heaven is right here, right now, and that life is for living. Okay, and you have so much to offer the world. We have to learn the lessons of the Libra. All right. If you need help though in some personal attention, contact me at paul@meetyourangels.com, and I'd love to work with you with some tools to help you identify maybe triggers. Why are you doing what you're doing? So that way we can get over that reaction to the triggers, and we can really be who we really want to be. Okay, to me it's just common sense. So thank you for being here. I love you. You are profoundly loved. You are just the beautiful diamond that God has created you to be, and I'm so happy that you're here with me. Okay, so have a good month, a good year, a good life, and we'll celebrate together in heaven. Okay? So here's some more information for you. If you enjoyed today's video and would like to help support my work, please send your donation via PayPal or Venmo to paul@meetyourangels.com. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like and share this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and click the notification bell. If you'd like to keep in touch, go ahead and check out the description below. All of my social media contact information is there. Thanks. If you have any special prayer requests that you'd like me and the rest of our meetyourangels.com community to pray for, please visit http://prayerrequest.meetyourangels.com, and that will forward you to our perpetual prayer list video on YouTube. In the comments of that video, leave your prayer intentions so that the rest of the community can join you in those intentions that you hold deep in your heart. If you would like to try hypnosis for free at home, please go to subscribe.hypnomart.com and get over 15 free hypnosis recordings and a free video course, How to Learn Hypnosis in 5 Days. Again, go to subscribe.hypnomart.com. Join our growth zone and save up to 40% off all downloads and scripts. Visit 40%.hypnomart.com for more information and to subscribe. If you are interested in promoting our hypnosis products, you can earn up to 70% commission. Visit affiliates.hypnomart.com for more information. So that'll do it for today. I wanted to thank you for being part of my angel family. I look forward to being with you again sometime soon. Please visit meetyourangels.com or send me an email at paul@meetyourangels.com if you're interested in a private angel reading, Reiki healing session, or spiritual direction and angel coaching. Until then, peace and love always.